Hello and welcome back to Dragon Quest Wall Tutorials. I am KoichiZZ, and in this video we're going to go up against the latest mega monster. So that is going to be Glacos Evil right over here. So this mega monster is going to be recommended for special classes level 65. So I actually have gone over some details about this particular mega monster in a previous video. So I'm going to be using this particular team against this particular mega monster. So going to actually have a few different attributes that I can actually use for this particular battle. So over here, this is going to be a guardian equipped with the mysterious crystal. So again, very similar to my video against the endless summer panthers. So mysterious crystal here, I actually am going to be using this to support my characters, increasing either magic power or attack power. So that's going to be the main reason I will have especially a guardian for this battle, especially using Great Wall to take some damage. So that actually is going to be quite important. Then over here, this is going to be the Blufiore. So this particular weapon is going to be used against this particular enemy. So this is going to mainly be using it for Gita based damage. I'm going to do some really nasty damage. Hopefully you might actually see something in this particular battle that is going to, you'll see the life bar just quickly go down if things actually go right. But I'll do a weapon breakdown for this particular weapon in a later video. Then over here, going to have a demon equipped with the sword of the 8 dragon gods. So in this case, going to be using Dragon Soul Infinite, so going to do some really good damage in this case. Then over here, this is actually going to be the secondary weapon, which is going to be the zombie killer. So with this, I probably might not be using it for its ability, which is unyielding sword or slash, but that is actually going to lower attack power of the enemy, but I can actually do this particular battle without using this ability at all. Then over here, going to have a dragon equipped with the Dragon God King staff. In this case, I'm not going to be using eternal black flames. I'm going to be using the Dragon God King's Scorching Breath. So that is going to be a Mara based ability. So you're actually going to see me use that as well. So if you want to know more about this team, you can look down in the video description down below. But now I actually want to go over the abilities of this particular enemy. So Glacos Evil is going to be an aquatic type enemy, going to have around 650 HP if you solo, 2 to 3 actions per turn. Weaknesses going to be Zaba, Gita, and Mera. So its main ability is one I actually went over before, so it's going to be Daiuzo Shio, which is Great Whirlpool. This does around 800 Zaba physical damage to all characters and activates the Great Whirlpool domain skill. So if you remember that domain skill, what it does is if your character's HP goes below 15%, they will actually die. After that, we're going to have an ability called Doto no Maelstrom, which is Raging Maelstrom. So this does around 600 Bagi physical damage to all characters with a chance of terrifying them. After that, going to have Kagayaku Iki, which is Shining Breath. This does around 440 Hado breath damage to all characters. It's going to have a Samidare Tsuki, which is a repeating thrust. This does around 280 physical damage 4 times to random characters. Gonna have a regular attack that does around 480 damage to 1 character. And going to have an ability called Kaimajin no Shugo, which is going to be Protection of the Evil Sea God. The enemy gains resistance to weapon, physical technique, spell, and breath damage by 1 rank, increases guard rate by 1 rank, increased defense by 1 rank, and also a 1-time all damage nullifier. So with that, the all damage nullifier is pretty much the first attack that it takes. That damage is nullified, so you don't need to use very high attack for that particular first attack. So my notes for this particular battle: so you stand firm to protect party from having their HP lowered to less than 15% to prevent the effects of the domain skill, if that is something that you want to do. I probably might not do this particular recommendation, but you can do attacks that lower the physical damage of Glacos to take less damage. You can use Disruption Wave to activate your own domain skill, or to remove the Great Whirlpool domain skill. Then you can use Extreme Focus to ensure that your attacks land on the enemy. You can use Protective Shield to protect your characters from the effects of Maelstrom. And of course, you can equip weapon gear and souls that give you damage and resistance to aquatic type enemies. So for this particular battle, I want to actually just do as much damage as I can, and especially going to be using it with the Blufiore. So you're actually going to see what it can do in this particular battle. So with that said, here we go. Okay, so here we go with this battle. So hopefully things actually do go well. So like I said, this should actually be pretty straightforward. So probably first I'm going to have my dragon going to attack here. So 35,000 damage, that's not bad. Next, going to have my Archmage going to use Spiritual Unity. And then here with my Guardian, I'm going to use Lucky Taro with my Archmage. And with my Demon, going to use Dragon Rage. So that's going to give me a Protective Shield and also Focus. So I'll be lucky if I get God Guards pretty much just like that. That's going to really help out. So here what I'll do is I'll go ahead and just attack. So that doesn't work since I have that, the enemy has that buff on. So here just going to go ahead and attack with my Demon. So here what I'm going to do is going to go ahead use Chant of Magical Echoes. So here's Spell Crit, so hopefully get some good damage here. Okay, not bad, so 80,000. And another... Okay, 100,000, so a total of 180,000. So that's actually quite good. And I also got a Force Break. So 2 of them actually. So here what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go ahead, heal up. So hopefully, possibly, I can get another Great Wall again. Yep. So that really does help out. And also there, I got 100% tension with my Demon, so that's actually going to give me some good damage as well. So here, Draconic Burst. So I believe here, this is probably going to give me, I'd say, 70,000. Ooh, 133. Nice. So here, going to probably just heal up. Then here next, just a regular attack, but okay, 38,000. So that means this actual Echo is going to do some nice damage. So they're 100, so a total of 200,000 there. Then here, tension level max. So this is probably also going to do some nasty damage. Yep. So in this case, that was enough to take out Glacos Evil. Okay. So this Mega Monster is worth 42,500 XP. Glacos Evil is a purple soul, and here I got a B. Okay, so that was my battle against Glacos Evil, the latest Mega Monster. So like I said, that is actually a pretty straightforward battle. So here, you actually did see me do some very nice damage. I didn't get, the multicast class skill with my Archmage, but still my Archmage did some pretty good damage, even with just having a echo with Pucci Madante. So that actually did work out in terms of doing some nice damage. I also have some nice damage with my dragon as well, so that actually worked out. And then twice I actually have some very nice damage with my demon, so that actually worked out well for this particular battle. So like I said, this is a pretty straightforward battle. So now what I want to do next is actually go over the S grade soul of this particular enemy, though I believe I actually might not have it yet. So in this case, what I'll do is actually just take a look at the A grade soul, which I do have going to be right over here. So I'm going over, while this is an A grade soul, I will actually be going over the stats of the S grade soul. So with the Glacos Evil S grade soul, going to be a purple soul. So with purple souls, the biggest stats are going to be your max HP, your max MP, your magic power, and then also in this case your dexterity. So for the S grade soul, your max HP is going to be 145 HP, plus 135 for your max MP, plus 108 for your magic power, and plus 102 for your dexterity. So that is going to be the basic stats for the S grade soul. Then in terms of the abilities that you actually have, you get plus 7% to spell damage, plus 10% to Zaba spell damage, plus 5% to shadow spell damage, plus 3% to spell crit rate, plus 5% to Zaba resistance, and then also you recover 8 MP at the start of your turn. So that is going to be the results or the abilities of the S grade soul, which I actually do not have yet, but definitely getting there. So that's going to be it for this particular soul. So in my next video, most likely I will be going over the weapon breakdown for this weapon here, so Blufiore. So there's actually a lot more that you can actually see from this particular weapon, and possibly I could do even some more damage with it as well if things are actually timed correctly. But with that said, I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. But besides the weapon breakdown, I will go over the high difficulty quest for this particular event as well. So with that said, going to end this video here. So thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like. If you would like to see more, please subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.